Hello and welcome to Home Capital's series on home ownership. Buying your first house can be a daunting task, and in this series, we simplify the entire process for you. Before we look at the various factors you must check before you take delivery of a property, let's quickly understand the difference between the sale agreement and a sale deed. A sale deed is an actual transfer of the property ownership to you after the property has been constructed and confirms you as the legal owner of that particular property. Whereas the sale agreement, which was executed when the property was under construction, it is only a promise of a future transfer of property ownership. While the sale deed includes information of both the buyer and the seller of their property, a sale agreement basically talks about the terms and conditions under which the property will be transferred to you as a future buyer of the property. A sale deed gives you rights and interests in the property as the owner of the property, whereas a sale agreement gives you a right to purchase the property on satisfying the terms and conditions as mentioned in the sales agreement. Lastly, you would pay your stamp duty and registration fee when the sale deed is executed between you and the builder, whereas a sale agreement is generally signed between the buyer and the developer on a non-judicial stamp paper. While we looked at the entire set of documentation that is required when you purchase a property, let's discuss the set of factors that you must keep in mind at the time the property is handed over to you or the project is delivered. When you as a homeowner are told to take possession of the property, you would obviously ensure that it has a CC, it has a OC, a sale deed is executed. While all of these ensure that the paperwork is done correctly, there are a number of factors you must look at when taking possession of the property or before taking possession of the property, when the builder claims from his side that the project is complete and asks you to come and take possession of the property. Some of the factors that you must consider are the first one being the quality built. You need to check if the building and the unit walls are properly constructed without any cracks. You must check for any water leakages and also check if the building adheres to the safety standards and norms. You must check if the doors and windows of the house are placed as per the original plan and they are of a good quality and proper latching and knobs are attached and they are all working smoothly. With respect to the electricals, you should check whether the lights, fans and buttons are working properly or not. You must ensure that the sockets, plugs and any bulbs or light holders are properly fitted and connected to the main supply. Check for any hanging or broken wires in the house. You must ensure that the electricity meter is installed and correctly working. Check if the MCB or what is known as a miniature circuit breaker has been properly installed and it is of a good quality. MCB should be suitable as per the voltage supply that is being given to your house. In case there is an inverter facility in your building, check if the inverter facility is working by turning off the main switch. It is not a bad idea for you to do a check of this by taking an electrician along with you who can do all these checks on your behalf. While doing a quality check, definitely check the paint that has been applied on the walls, whether there are any areas where it has not been applied properly. Check whether the wooden surfaces including the doors, windows have been polished properly and are being handed over to you in a good state. Check if all the kitchen, bathroom and sanitary fittings are done in a proper way. The number of fittings, the quality and the brand of the fittings should match as per the sale agreement that you entered into before the flat was constructed. Check if all the taps in the house are working properly and whether there are any leakages from any of these taps. If any of these fittings come with warranties, you must ensure that you take the warranty papers and keep them so that in case of any issue, you can claim a warranty if required. Before you take the delivery of the property, it is important that you check that the originally planned layout and floor plan which you would have seen or which would have been attached to your sale agreement, the actual delivery which is being given to you matches with the plans that were stated at the time of entering into the sale agreement. You can actually do a measurement of the actual size or physical size of the rooms, halls, the bathroom and the kitchen, and see if the carpet area matches with the ones stated in your agreement. If there are any major deviations, you can actually deny possession of the property and seek a full refund from your builder. Along with checking the layout, you must also check the flooring to ensure that the floor being delivered is as per your specifications, whether it is a ceramic floor or a marble floor or a wooden floor, and the flooring does not have any cracks in it. You must check the quality to ensure that you don't land up doing the entire flooring once again. In addition to the various facilities inside the house, you must check for the various amenities like a park, a swimming pool, a gym or a clubhouse, or any amenity which was mentioned as a part of your sale agreement. You must check those as well, because the amenities is what you've paid for in addition to the house, and you should check that these amenities are in place, and if there are any misrepresentations, they need to be flagged to the developer, and you can also approach the RERA authority in your state in case there is a mismatch between what was promised and what is being delivered by your developer. Lastly, you want to ensure that you check your drainage system properly in the house so that it does not have any clogs, whether it is the bathroom, kitchen or balconies. Any water leakages that you see should be brought to the notice of the developer immediately, because these leakages can actually seep into the walls and will result in either you or the society having to do structural changes to rectify them later on. It is important that you do these checks before you make the full and final payment to the builder and take possession of the property. If you are not satisfied with any of the factors that we've discussed, you can always take it up with the builder and refuse to make the final payment, and also refuse to take possession of the property, because generally once the possession of the property is given, then it gets difficult for you to go back to the builder and get hold of him and try to make him do changes which were missing as per his originally promised sale agreement. That is why it is extremely important that when you take a delivery of the property, you do these checks. Just like you took the help of a lawyer for doing a legal due diligence, you can always take the help of an expert technician to help you do these various checks so that you are being delivered a house that you were promised. Okay. In case a sale agreement came with additional features like furnishing of the house, air conditions, furniture, etc., please ensure to check that they are all in place when you are taking the possession of the property. And once you have satisfied yourself with respect to the various factors before taking possession, you should take all the sets of keys that come with a particular flat. Generally, every flat or home would have 3 or 4 sets of keys, and when you take possession of the property, ensure that you take all the sets of keys from the builder so that there is nothing lying with him after you've taken the possession of the property and decide to move into the property. Before we close this episode, let's do a quick recap where we discussed about the difference between a co-owner and a co-applicant. We ran through the entire legal due diligence, the importance of it, wherein we talked about the documents that you need to look at before you close the home deal. On completion of the property, we talked about the importance of having the occupancy certificate in place. We discussed about the difference between a sale agreement and a sale deed. And finally, the various factors you must check before you take a delivery of the house or you accept the possession of the property. In the next episode, we will talk about understanding the various aspects of a home loan. The Home Capital community assists and guides you successfully through your journey of home ownership. Join India's first community of home buyers and homeowners and take your next step towards home ownership.